Hey everybody, welcome back to the Hair Raiser Podcast.
Welcome to the show. In this episode, the Jacks cruise past the Racers on Saturday. We'll also take a trip around the valley with beer from BBC Brewing and Brookings. And the Jackrabbit calendar gets busier as basketball officially gets underway this week. And we will get to the highlight of your week, the game that signifies the end of the pod. And that seems to make everybody happy.
Oh,
Yep. Particularly if they listen to the whole thing. 3 headlines and a live.
You're saying they're happy for the game? Or
Oh,
they're happy that it's
Philip.
over?
This could be the last pod.
I know you kept threatening
I
that.
I think we're
yesterday.
done.
Tailgating. We're done.
So many poor reviews last weekend. The pod.
Well, we tried something new.
Oh my goodness. The Hair Raiser mailbag was chock full of comments.
It'll be
What,
better.
what was the biggest complaint?
What was the biggest complaint?
Nobody could hear Eric,
there was a
apparently.
lot of complaints. So many complaints.
Did you not get your whatever to work?
No. Yeah, so that seems to sum up a lot of the complaints. And then if you ask them more specifically what seemed to be the problem,
Oh.
no, see, this is the problem.
This is it right here. The dead airspace is great pod. Always.
Oh.
Well, it worked better. So many complaints.
That was that you
I think it's
recording
big-
yourself?
Oh,
I think it's because of budget cuts. We can't afford it.
no, look at the size of the
No,
television
no,
that
no,
you're
no.
looking at. It's the
It's
worst.
because I was trying different things and
It was a little bit. I mean, we did hear that.
but they're
That was
everybody
basically
on our
thumbs up.
tailgate though.
The other thing was unlistenable, hot mess, pure garbage.
Jeez.
That was from the same person. I mean,
Doesn't make it less of a comment.
yeah, if it's all coming from the same person.
We're done. It's fine.
Okay, we're done.
It was great.
right now.
This is
2
great.
minutes and 39 seconds
Yep,
in, we're done.
It's over. Or you could just tell them to shove an unscrutable up there.
An unscrutable,
Uncrustable.
an uncrustable.
Yeah.
We got some uncrustables. Just got them
Do you
at
have
Fans
those?
Club. Oh yeah, they're
Unscrutable actually is accurate. too.
unscrutable. Uncrustables are awesome.
Well, apparently they are. The NFL players consume 80,000 Uncrustables per season,
Here's
according to The Athletic, which you have to actually subscribe to read. I
Okay.
recently found out.
here. I'm gonna text Sydney and tell her to bring an uncrustable down, and we'll see why they eat them.
They're peanut butter and jelly. Why would okay? So it's the expensive peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
But they're convenient.
80 fun fact, 80,000 Uncrustables is the weight of 3 Travis Kelce's. It is,
So I have a
according
feeling,
to The Athletic.
right. The reason they eat so many Uncrustables, one, is because it has sugar, which they need. It's
Yeah.
got some carbs in it, and then the peanut butter, and it's high calories.
Yeah,
Like it's a small thing that has high calories, and everything they would need like before practice. They probably eat 2 of them. Like when I see CrossFit people, like before workouts, they will. Is that too loud? Or your headphones? coming
No,
off?
I was
Oh.
just waiting for you to drop the fact that you go to CrossFit. That's fine.
Oh,
That's good. It's the last
but
pod.
they'll eat. They'll eat the applesauce, the go.
Go-Gurt?
I don't know what they're called.
Go sauce?
Yeah, they're like applesauce things,
All right. Which
which has sugar in it, and carbs, and so it's just like an immediate.
so does beer.
That's true.
Yeah, thank you. What is going on?
Who's your child fighting?
Criminy.
He's just playing back there. So I just pulled that up.
What did
Do you want to guess
you get
what?
him an Uncrustable?
You want to guess what team eats the most
Yeah,
Uncrustables?
Oh,
Yeah,
did
according
you-
to
did
the
you
Atlantic.
Google- Yeah,
I did. I just
Is that
looked that
what
one
you
up.
have?
I had to look up what an Uncrustable is because I had no idea what an Uncrustable was because I don't
Let
eat them.
Eric do his thing.
Okay,
No,
sorry.
Mark already looked it up.
Oh,
so-
you already ruined it?
Or is that what you're doing?
yeah, I was gonna say, what team do you think eats the most Uncrustables?
Oh, then I'm not going to answer.
according to the Athletic.
I will pick. I'll say the Vikings.
Nope.
Shoot. Bears?
Mark, go ahead. No, it's not the Bears.
You can't look up these things. That ruins it, Mark.
Oh. Well, then I'm not going to answer, I guess. Philip, you just
Oh.
need to pick it. The Vikings are number 8, in case you're wondering. They eat 200 Uncrustables.
A day?
No,
I-
that's per week.
Oh. Who eats the most
The
then?
Denver Broncos led the way last year, eating 700 sandwiches per week.
per week? Is that because of the altitude?
Yes.
I
don't
just
know.
wonder why they eat so many more. Who was second then?
I don't know. Mark, who was second?
Mark, who was
I
second?
didn't write it down.
Oh, you didn't? The Seattle Seahawks,
Mm.
320 per week. That is a lot.
That's because of the weeds.
They were all organic Uncrustables for Seattle. You know who was last?
I don't. I
Mark
only know the
does.
top
New
10.
England.
Oh,
No,
You're half right.
hold on.
I'm half right. New York? Jets or Giants?
still half right.
I don't know where to go from New England.
Washington.
Oh, New
Orleans.
Orleans. Ah.
The Saints were the least Uncrustable, consuming just 50 a week, down from 700 from the Denver Broncos.
So
Probably because there's real food to eat in New Orleans.
maybe they don't have enough money and they're just have a loaf of bread and some jelly and some peanut butter.
It could be.
They just went to
It's not-
Sam's and got
It's not
that.
a hurricane.
Well, that's what an Uncrustable is.
Hurricane ready?
Yeah.
So
Always.
you have them.
Yeah, we got some strawberry ones
Wow.
the other day.
This is amazing.
Have you never seen an Uncrustable?
Nope. Imagine if I talked to you before we did this crap.
Right. They're really good. You have to keep them in the freezer.
Yeah, that's what I read. And then, so like going to school, maybe you take them out of the freezer in the morning. It should be good by noon, is what I've heard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'll throw them in the microwave just if I need a quick breakfast or something.
Mm-hmm.
Just
After you get back from CrossFit,
15 seconds each side.
they don't hand you one on the way out the door.
They should. That'd be great. But no.
Maybe you need to join a better gym.
No.
Eric, have you ever eaten
Give me protein,
Uncrustable?
which you can
When
see.
we're done
Go-
doing this podcast, you'll have time.
If, if anybody needs protein, go get Go Protein supplements from Go Supplements.
Smuckers expects the product to reach $1 billion in annual revenue.
Oh, yeah.
soon.
It's because it's easy and convenient. Oh, here we go. Here we come.
Oh.
Jen is bringing us an Uncrustable. We're going to read the ingredients on an Uncrustable. Thank you. Eric didn't. Eric,
It's not just
Eric
pe-
had
it's
never heard
just-
about an
I've
Uncrustable
never-
before.
That's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, right? Okay.
The bread is made out of enriched bleached flour.
Mm-hmm.
That's terrible for you. By the way, enriched anything that's enriched flour is bad for you. So they're not good for you.
Mostly also bleaching.
That's mostly just soybean oil, also bad for you. And then peanuts, sugar contains 2% or less of molasses.
Are you gonna eat this?
Yeah.
Oh, it's that still seems frozen.
Yeah, that's what they look like.
They're not
How
a
many,
sponsor.
how
They're-
many
they're
calories
not
are in one of those?
One serving size, one sandwich, 320 calories.
Well, that's a breakfast in a bag.
Right, 36 grams of carbs, 17 grams of fat. You're fat.
1.5 bush lights.
10 grams of protein, 14 grams of sugar. Lots of added sugar, but that's probably what it's there for. Is all the sugar.
Well, this is amazing. You had them on hand. Anyway, yeah, the Denver Broncos love the Uncrustables.
I'll set it aside. We'll let it thaw out.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
I'll
you'll
eat
eat it right
it
at
at
the end.
sometime during the podcast.
Well,
Have you've seen an Uncrustable
No.
before, haven't you? You've never even seen these before?
this is literally the first
The
time.
first
I
time you've
saw-
ever seen one?
Right. I called it an unscrupable.
that you did.
Yes. No, I didn't even know that was a thing till this week.
I remember going up into like a meeting room up in the the John Stiglmeyer whatever,
Oh yeah.
Building?
Yep.
and they just had like the biggest thing of peanut butter I've ever seen in my life. Container, right? And then just loaves of bread.
You just made a sandwich.
Everybody just makes sandwiches.
Hmm.
I didn't make a sandwich. I wasn't a football player.
You made 2.
Yep.
They
On
took
top
her-
of each other.
They took him home.
No,
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 3.
no. I didn't have any.
Oh, all right. Well, fair enough.
Just saying.
I think my guessing is solid. Hey,
So, by the way, we should probably say the third person on here is my brother Mark. We probably didn't introduce him
Say
well
hi,
enough last
Mark.
week, but he was the one that we had all the issues with.
No,
but
I
I got it figured out.
I
this
looked
time.
at the. Well, we do have issues with Mark.
I was the one you had all the issues. Well, it's a good thing this is the last podcast, and I don't have to ruin it anymore.
Right, your Sunday nights are open. Hey, well, fine, Mark. You do you kind of live in the country, or I don't know where you live that much. You live north of the cities.
East.
Do you have trick or treaters?
We do.
Okay.
We do. So the whole group, the whole neighborhood out here gets together at one spot, and then we all go trick or treating together. So there's 15 or 16 kids, I think, that we pulled around in a side by side in a trailer to go trick or treating.
What'd you dress up as?
Right.
I didn't.
Oh,
You were
Well,
naked?
no, not for Thursday night. No, I didn't dress up for that. Are you talking about last night?
No. Halloween was
Halloween.
Halloween was.
No, I
Thursday.
didn't dress up for
Yeah,
Halloween.
Thursday.
For
He dressed up
So
as a salesman for agronomy.
yeah, no, for we had a party. We had a Halloween party that we went to last night, and Zara's big on theme
Aren't you
costumes.
like 46 years old? You're still going to Halloween parties?
Yeah, well,
What'd-
this is more of
what'd
an
you dress
adult
up for that
Halloween
party?
party.
Yeah. What were you in that?
I was
party?
the dentist in the movie Nemo, and then Isaac went as Nemo, and Zara went as the niece. I think Dora was her name.
So it was a theme.
No, Dora's. No, what? Dora's.
That's
the blue
Dory.
fish line.
That's Dory. That's Dory.
Oh.
No, Dora is an explorer.
Yeah, with a backpack.
Anyway, you'll have to rewatch Nemo. That's what we went as.
At no point will I do that.
No.
According to the United States, kids went trick-or-treating on Thursday night in search of epic sugar highs, including Des Moines, Iowa.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Oh, so you guys, you Iowa boys, Mark's from Iowa, Phil's from Iowa,
Yeah, we're brothers.
right? Do you know why that's notable that I mentioned that they went trick-or-treating Thursday night in Des Moines?
Because they don't normally trick or treat in Des Moines.
Des Moines has not allowed trick-or-treating on Halloween since 1938.
You're kidding.
It's a
What?
I have not kidded ever.
That's wild.
That year, Iowa's capital banned the candy quest to crack down on vandalism. Wow, you guys are terrible. And ever since the youth,
Remember, we're from way northwest Iowa. There's very
that's a good
little
point.
vandalism.
You're basically South Dakota.
Yeah.
The youth of Des Moines
Or
has
Minnesota.
has gone door to well, good. That also solid point.
Yeah.
The youth of Des Moines has gone door to door in their costumes on the night before Halloween, as known as Beggars Night. It's got-
Vandalizing then.
It's well, right. You can vend. It's got a very hobo day feel to it.
Right.
Did you know that?
I had no idea. No.
So because the weather was thought to be bad, the forecast for the night, so city officials of Des Moines decided to forego the tradition and allow the kids in Des Moines to trick or treat with the rest of the country.
Huh.
What?
Did not know that.
That's hard to
That's-
believe.
We did not go trick
Hey,
or treating.
you haven't Googled that yet there, Mark?
No, I haven't. I'll take your word on that one. No, I cannot remember one time growing up as a kid that I went trick or treating.
We never went trick or
No,
treating.
I've never done that ever.
No. I mean, I've taken my kids now, but
Yeah.
we never went trick or treating.
You just go to McKenna Park. They probably
We
hand out
used to.
dollar bills.
Big candy bars.
So- You know I'm right.
I give up.
That's right. Des Moines did not allow that. They didn't. It's very real.
Blows my mind.
Yeah. I thought you guys would know that.
How
No
do you
idea.
crack down on that?
No
Kids
idea.
go around trick or treating, and then the cops stop them and tell them to go home.
Just in Des Moines.
Huh.
Maybe the suburbs of Des Moines, just fine.
Right. Maybe they shoot them. At them.
Shoot. but just get out, just right over the top.
Right.
Oh, Mark, did you look that up yet?
I did not. No,
No.
I didn't want to ruin another segment of the podcast.
Yeah. Too late.
Yeah.
So South Dakota State cruised past Murray State. Let's get to the football because nobody else cares. The third-ranked Jackrabbit scored on 6 of its first 7 possessions in cruised to 52-6 victory over Murray State. Phil, you have paper that has words on it.
I have a whole book.
All right.
I didn't write everything
Oh,
in it, though.
tell us about
I
half
have
of it.
okay, so I wonder how to start. Very emotional opening because of the with Matt Anderson's family.
Yep.
And the standing ovation at the coin toss. So that was great for them just to honor them and honor him and just keep him in that family. That's a lot of little kids out there that she's working with.
Yeah.
So it's still a very sad deal. Okay, to the actual football game. Mark, I don't know. They're like at the beginning of the game, there's a few errant throws there that just didn't seem on. He did have a great pass to Stoffel on that first drive. But what I noticed about him, and everybody knows it, right? But even this game and even last game, USD, when they couldn't get everything going, he's still on the sideline just dabbing people up, telling them, keep your heads up. Let's just keep rolling. So he's just a leader that way. But, overall, he had a pretty good game, especially only playing one half. And, yeah, there's going to be some errant throws here and there, but it looks like he's getting on the same page with some of his tight ends and then some of the wide receivers. What else? Angel looks healthy, coming off his injury. I thought he had a really good game. We're playing Murray State, right? But he looked healthy. Running through people. There was times, and Jimmy even said it in his post-game press conference, when he needed 2 yards, he put his foot down and got 3, right? As opposed to thinking he needed to break off a big play and maybe get tackled in the backfield. It wasn't a great start. I know he scored a touchdown, but it's very lackluster and just, I don't know. Even our first downs, Eric, not everybody was excited about. It wasn't the same. We'll put it that way.
Jimmy mentioned the crowd at halftime.
Yeah.
With Tyler Merriam.
That's about when I left. Caught that part.
Well,
but he wasn't wrong.
Of all, I'm glad you were there.
Right. Me too. Too.
Good day.
But he wasn't wrong. The crowd was lackluster, and I think that did roll over into the actual football team a little bit.
It's tough.
Right. We came off of 2 really big games. So many other notes. I thought Jaden Johansson played pretty well for Murray State. They got good field goal kickers. I'm assuming they won't be there next year.
He hit a 55-yarder twice.
I thought Sam said they were different kickers.
Not on that one.
Oh, he kicked it twice. Right.
His own coach iced him.
Right. But I thought Jaden Johansson played a pretty good game. Kid, coming back 6 year out of Washington. It's nice to have Tucker Large back. He just makes plays. Had a nice interception. I called that interception. Ask any of the Klein Johns. They'll confer.
Oh, it's the youngest one.
She may have not heard it.
You said any. Got it.
Well, that's true. I said he was going to take it back for a touchdown. That did not happen, though. But yeah, he's just a leader. It was good to see Kirby Voorhees back. He had a nice run into the end zone, but they did say they were going to get him a few touches, but he wasn't going to play a whole lot. What were my other takeaways?
I don't know. Essentially pulled the red shirt on wide receiver.
Oh yeah, I did have that noted here. Logan Ogrofsky.
Yep, there you go.
Yes, his red shirt's gone. I really thought we might see Jack Smith play because he's been running with the upper group. They'd split him into 2 groups, and mostly freshmen and guys that may not play a whole lot, and then the upper group. And he's on the 2 deeps, but he didn't. From what I could tell, he did not get into the game. And I almost wonder, because I did write down some injuries. Graham Gehring was in front of us for
He was on some crutches.
He's on some crutches
Yep.
and had his knee in a knee brace. But at the end of the post game, Zim asked, how's Graham? Oh, he'll be fine. Okay. Mason,
Mason,
Chase Mason.
Chase Mason also came up a little gimpy out after
Right.
one play.
I had that down for injury.
Did they show the replay on that play for you guys in the stadium?
I wasn't.
They didn't. When that's the play that he dove, right?
No, he hurtled a quarterback. Yeah.
So he jumped. His knee hit the helmet of the guy trying to tackle him.
No.
That's what it looked like on the replay.
It was his ankle. They were looking at his ankle.
Okay.
Afterwards, yeah. I mean, it was his left ankle that they were looking at. They took a shoe off. At first, I thought he maybe blew out his knee again, listening on the radio. But nope, they're just looking at his ankle and got up. Sounds like he'll be fine. And then Graham Spalding went down. I think he took some friendly fire right to the ribs. So hopefully his ribs are okay. I don't think he came back in, but I'm sure he'll be fine.
Did you say listening on the radio?
I left at halftime. We had your grandma's birthday party that somebody wasn't there at.
No, I was not there for that.
Nope.
Are you coming to another game this year, Mike?
Yeah, I'd like to. How's that? Does that count?
Well, people like to do a lot of things.
So
take that as a no.
We'll change the subject. Back to your notes, Philip.
Yeah, Maxwell Woods, he's going to be good. We have a very good stable of running backs behind the Johnson and Johnson. The other thing, I'm sure you noticed it as well, because it's hard not to notice. It's really cool seeing Isaiah Mason, Zach Hines all back on the sidelines. Just in the fact that if you bring in a bunch of, if you have a junior day for high schoolers or, the recruits, like you're walking in that locker room now before the game, on the sidelines before the game with dudes that are in the NFL, right? Like that's a big deal because you stand there and go, oh, I can come to this college and make it to the NFL. And it's also a big deal, I think, for a lot of guys on the team, if you're one of those tight ends we got 5 really good tight ends right now. It's like, well, I can still stay and still make the NFL. So I think that just helps for recruiting. It helps. It just helps in a lot of ways just for the program and those guys coming back and people seeing them. And, it just makes it feel like kind of like when USC, when they bring all their big time players back, Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart.
Oh, on the sideline.
On the sidelines, yeah. Snoop.
Well, it was also good to get a lot of young players in. There was a lot of young players got to play.
Oh yeah,
on
that
Saturday.
Was. Second half. Yeah, but Gronowski didn't even play the whole second half.
Right.
Chase Mason played pretty much that. They were probably going to have him play just about the whole second half. And he threw the football. Excuse me. But yeah, we did what we were supposed to do against Murray State, right?
Yep.
And got some younger guys some playing time.
You ready to go around the rest of the valley, or
Chase Ventel's good?
Do you have any more?
No, I don't have
words on your.
No, you told me to get a pen and paper out. Yep. I got up this morning because it was daylight savings time. So I was up.
It's nice you would have an extra hour to actually write stuff. The one thing says buy bread. What?
No, buy Uncrustables. No. You don't need bread with an Uncrustable here. It's getting there.
Can you have an Uncrustable in your hot tub?
Yeah. I don't know why you won't be able to. Just don't drop it. Before we get to the game is on behind you, and there's a celebrity on the TV that happened to come by our tailgate.
Stick came by the tailgate.
Stick came by the tailgate and tried some of Tom's soup.
He did.
I don't know who had the better soup. They both were really good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Mine was hotter.
Before
Yep.
Before we get to chili, who had the better chili? Because there was only truly one soup there.
I don't know who voted on it.
I was just saying, Tom's was a little, what's the right word? Sweet. Mm-hmm. And yours is a little spicy. So those are the differences.
Yeah, you should have mixed it.
Should have. But I know they're both really, really good.
Yep. And I'm fine.
Other salad tailgate.
I'm fine because it was gone at the end of the day.
Right. Adios, Mark.
He gone?
I don't know where you went.
No, I'm still here.
Oh.
No, well, that didn't work then.
Right? I don't know what's going on.
I gave up. I quit.
Mark, did you have any other thoughts from the game?
Mark's getting nervous.
I agree with.
Vikings are going to start in 7 minutes.
They
Right.
are. No, I agree with everything you said, Philip. We looked really, really good against a really, really bad team, and we did everything we were supposed to. I thought it was interesting. We threw the ball. 10 different receivers caught the ball. And the other thing that really impressed me, like you said, was our depth at running back. I think any one of our 4 running backs, the 2 Johnsons, Woods and Voorhees, would be starting running backs on any other FCS team right now. And I don't know if you guys agree with that or not, but
well, Maxwell Woods would start at Murray State. Yeah. I mean, they'd start somewhere. I mean, we do have the best team in the FCS,
so there's that. But no, I thought, just like you said, we did everything we were supposed to do. We looked really good against a really bad team, and it's nice to play a team like this in between going up to UND next weekend.
let's get to UND then,
Right.
because I have a few notes on that.
But before we do that, thank you to EBC.
Cheers.
It's the Jolly Bum,
The Jolly Bum, that's right, which is a combination of
the Double Bum,
Okay.
and the Jolly Rancher, right?
It's a Jolly Rancher, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a sour.
It's a mix. The Jolly
It
Bum.
just says mix. What
Yep.
is the Jolly Bum?
It's what we're drinking. What are you doing?
Put it on the coaster.
Jeepers.
I know you may not believe in coasters, but I do. Eric,
I know. Well, you're mostly on the coaster. Anyway, thank you to EBC for the Jolly Bum. Mark, you don't have any Jolly Bum. That's fine.
No, I don't.
There.
UND went on the road and they did just what you expect from UND. They lost.
What you would expect UND to do on the
The
road.
Trees scored a go-ahead touchdown with 5:20 left to go in the third quarter, and Indiana State made the score stand up in the second half, and they took down number 15 North Dakota 35-31 out in Terre Haute. UND's road, what do you want to say? Woes, roads, rudes. Continue.
So when I got up, I had that on one of the TVs as well.
You're watching that game?
Yeah, I turned it on.
Mm.
Very first drive, Indiana State interception to the house, touchdown. That's how UND started that game. And then it was just back and forth after that, and the Trees pulled her out. The Trees are still able to make the playoffs.
That's sad. UND just
I think they
doesn't-
might be there a
UND
little bit
just
better
doesn't
than what
play
we
on the
thought.
road. You know who else scored a opening kickoff was North Dakota State. North Dakota State scored 100-yard opening kickoff en route to a 42-19 win over Northern Iowa. Poor Northern Iowa. Cam Miller goes 17-20.
UNI is so bad.
17-20 for 216 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cam Miller set a new school record for consecutive pass attempts without an interception at 311.
Throw something over 15, 14, 12, 8 yards.
They did run one back, though.
A kickoff back.
They did to start the game, just like Indiana State. Actually, everything went chalk. The Redbirds, Illinois State, at home against Youngstown. They fell behind early. They scored 16 unanswered. They beat Youngstown. They beat the Penguins 23-16.
Well, I'm going to do some math on Cam here a second.
All right, I'll wait here.
216 yards divided by 17. That's an average of 12 yards. Throw something over 15 yards already.
Well, they're
Sorry.
number one.
Not in our hearts.
Missouri State. Well,
I watched some of that game
I do have
too.
a
I have a
question
few
about-
notes on that.
I do have a good Missouri State rolled to its 7th straight victory. They scored the first 24 points of the afternoon, putting the things away late and turned back. Southern Illinois, poor Southern Illinois, had a bet.
Oh,
That's-
they put
they're-
up a graphic. I think they've gone through like 5 quarterbacks. this
Right,
year.
at least. I was going to say 4.
I think they're on their 6th.
38-17, Missouri State. What are your notes? I do have one question for you on Missouri State. but-
Oh, they're pretty simple. Like it was. I put they are good. Number 5 is shifty and fast. And the Salukis are just beat to shit. So
All right,
those are my
well,
notes.
that's all accurate. Do you think
it was go ahead.
Do you think Missouri State can like spoil a party?
I hope they spoil a party in Fargo.
Well, this is what I'm saying. So they're going to travel to NDSU on November 16th.
Yep.
So NDSU is going to have to play Missouri State at home and then travel to USD. Is there any chance Missouri State can just?
I hope Missouri State just beats them up enough.
I mean,
they have to go down and play.
SDSU has to go to Missouri State, so let's.
Right, but I hope that so Missouri State has 2 big games left, right? But they play Murray State next week.
Yeah, no.
So they're.
I skipped right past that. That's a borderline bye week.
Right, exactly. So that's a get good game.
Yep.
Who does NDSU play next week? Do you know?
They're on a bye.
Okay, so they also have a bye. So I hope Missouri State, 1, I hope Missouri State beats them. 2, if they don't beat them, I hope they just beat the crap out of each other, that NDSU goes down to USD for another massively physical game and just doesn't play well.
USD can win that game.
Oh, absolutely they can. So hopefully Missouri State beats them, upsets them up there, and then USD beats them.
I would think the committee would really love that. If you're going to lose 1, let's lose 2.
Right, let's
make
just
our
lose
lives
2.
easier.
Make everybody's lives easier. And then we bop up to the, second seed there. That's how it'd be. Really nice play out. Now that also means that we have to go down and play and beat Murray State at the end, or Missouri, not Murray. Missouri State down in Springfield.
That's
by the end of the year, but yeah. But again, they're going to be coming off of a very brutal game against NDSU.
But they don't care. That's the thing. They're playing with 0.
Right. I was trying to find if they increased their scholarships this year, and I couldn't find it anywhere.
Well,
which would make them ineligible.
Well, they are ineligible.
Right, but if they hadn't increased their scholarships, they could have, I think, still played in the playoffs.
Well, then
they're choosing. I think either they're choosing not to, like them in Delaware. I can't
because
remember
they'd have been ranked. They'd been ranked with their record and how they're doing.
Right, but you can't rank them because of
so they're ineligible.
I'm gonna eat this Uncrustable.
You are. You only got 699 to go.
Is it even thawed out yet?
That looks like one of those That looks like one of those Hostess apple pies that are 300 calories that will just kill you in immediate.
It is 320 calories.
No, then I was right. Ew.
What?
That don't look great.
Frozen. It's still a bit frozen. Okay, so I went and did the Massey strength of schedules.
Mm-hmm.
NDSU is 62. We're 67. Montana State 73. UND, oddly enough, is 95th. Montana, I don't know if you have that written down, but they're making another surge similar to last year. What did I see? Do they not have a loss to anybody in the FCS? Maybe. I'm efforting that. Really need somebody to do this for me.
Who are you talking about?
Montana. Look to see what their record is, and who they've lost to. Idaho's 114, and Missouri State's 115.
Did we call him Statman Mark now?
I think so. Yeah, that's what we're going to use you for, stats.
That's thankfully I'm needed.
Yeah.
The other
That's
one,
a strong word.
The other one is Incarnate Word is looking like an even bigger and bigger win every single week. I mean, they have not lost too many games this year either. I think they only have like 2 losses. So that's another big win. Hopefully they keep winning. That help our strength of schedule if we come down to that big, what's the right word for it? If NDSU has 1 loss, USD has 1 loss, and we have 1 loss, right?
Basically, the committee's how do we break a tie?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, it could be.
So yeah, Incarnate Word, they just keep winning. So we'll see.
What was the question? Who Montana lost to?
Yeah, who has Montana lost?
North Dakota.
That's right. They got
in Grand Forks. Yeah, they beat Missouri State.
Yeah, because
29-24,
which is why the SDSU game this Saturday is
a big deal.
Huge.
Right.
North Dakota away from
and Southern Illinois beat Incarnate Word, but that might be before Southern Illinois had so many injuries. I don't know.
It's a
They're
big,
still winning games. They're a playoff team,
it's
right?
a very big game this
We got to
Saturday.
win games against
going
playoff
to
teams.
Grand Forks and winning is a huge deal because
Yeah.
UND plays well at home, and they give up on the road.
Who's the chick doing the skull chant and running the horn? That's their cheerleader.
They also lost to Weber State.
Montana did?
At home.
That's not the worst loss in the world.
I don't know what Weber's, how good or bad.
48-55 in overtime.
Okay. We're at 35 minutes. And we have a lot more to talk about.
Yeah, you want to talk basketball?
Who is that girl, Mark?
Mallory.
I don't know. It's behind me.
Oh, okay. Continue. Are we going to talk basketball?
Once this game starts, I don't have a whole lot of time left.
Oh, well, you can get off then. We don't.
Good.
Jeez.
We have another guest coming on.
We do?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow. Who's that? Special unannounced?
You want to talk basketball?
Yeah, let's talk basketball.
So this is when things start to get like very complicated when we start doing basketball. SDSU women at Rice on Monday. I only got one thing to say about the SDSU women. They are.
What is that off of?
Oh, that was Ron White.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, he said it was okay. You know what? AJ was the coach of the year last year by having to get people off softball teams and just calling people in their dorms. Now this year,
He doesn't even know what to do.
right? His coaching is going to be trying to find a way to give people minutes. I mean, when you look at it, so Brooklyn Meyer obviously is back. Mathewitz, Paige Meyer. Haley Timmer was hurt last year, and Callie Thiessen was hurt, all back.
Right.
And then you have everybody that contributed last year: Maddie Blashton out of Lennox, Ellie Kolbeck, Jenna Hobb, Mesa Byam had a great year last year, all back.
Right.
And then you add freshmen. You have Molly Abdush out of O'Gorman. She's good. Jaden Dunn, Katie Vasika out of T area, Claire Shepard out of Flandre, Emily Fox. I would like to say they will be ranked at some point
in
December.
25. Yeah.
In the top 25.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I would like to say that. I mean, I could be wrong, but they're going to open up. They will open up this Friday
against Rice on ESPN Plus.
Well, okay, at home. Sorry, they're going to open up at Rice.
Oh, at home
Monday.
against Creighton.
Right, at Creighton, number 21 Creighton.
Yeah,
That's gonna be fun.
Rice on Monday night.
Yep, Rice
ESPN
on Monday.
Plus. Creighton game will be on Summit League Network,
or you could just go. You are gonna watch football. Got it. I'll be at
the exact same time as Lincoln football. We'll get to Lincoln Corner.
I will be at the basketball game. I will be at the basketball games tomorrow too.
So. Got Wisconsin. They got Duke at home.
Yep.
Wisconsin at home.
Go to
Georgia
Texas.
Tech at home.
They go to Tech. No, Georgia Tech's in Hawaii.
Sorry.
Go to Texas.
It's amazing. Sam was saying, how does SDSU's women get Duke at home?
Well, there's two things. It's women's basketball.
Right.
And also SDSU only does home and homes.
Right. Because the men can't get anybody to come.
No.
Right.
It doesn't work that way.
And I said to him, so our points are the exact same, right? Like Duke wants to come to an arena that's going to be full,
sure,
and give them a very cool experience.
It's going to be very similar to the Notre Dame game or even the Oregon game.
Right. And it gets those girls in front of an away crowd that prepares them for an NCAA tournament, prepares them for whatever, right? For big crowds on the road. And what could be, it's a very good basketball game.
Absolutely.
Duke's number 11 in the nation.
Yeah. I know.
That's a big, big deal.
That's Sunday afternoon in Brookings.
And it should be fun.
Yep.
As long as
maybe.
Eric, were you at that Notre Dame game years ago?
Of course he was.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I didn't like about that was the head coach.
Correct.
Microphone.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Cute little program you guys got going on here. Wait,
Yeah, I
thank
didn't
you.
like
I don't think I disagree. I think she was complimenting our crowd and just the state of South Dakota
I
in
know
general.
what she was trying to do, but I don't feel that way.
Do it in the
Easy
press
muff.
conference.
Easy muff. Well, no, because SDSU went out to win that doggone basketball game. I don't like this. Like, oh, this has been really fun. Like, stop.
No, I'd agree. If you want to do that, do it in a press conference. You don't have to grab the mic like you own the place.
Compete, they don't. No competitor.
But
likes
she's a
that.
big deal. I'm sorry, she's a big deal. She's a big deal in women's college basketball, and she has gone. And
Staley didn't do anything like that.
Yeah,
ever.
but she wasn't.
Also
she wasn't in Brookings.
Well, Sioux Falls.
She wasn't in Brookings.
She couldn't get a doggone coffee. It was snowing.
All I'm saying is they go to enough arenas if they go up to Georgetown,
where would
they play in auxiliary
I've
gyms.
Been there.
Right.
Have you been there?
That's why I'm telling you, because you told me that.
Yeah, it's a high school gym.
Right. And a lot of these girls teams don't get to play in the actual men's gym. Right. And they play in front of 400 fans. And they came up to the middle of nowhere, United States, against South Dakota State, which most of those girls had no idea where South Dakota State was at. And they stepped on that court, and the place was packed.
If you go to Notre Dame, I would hope you know where South Dakota's at. I thought they're smart.
There's a lot of smart people who have no idea where South Dakota's at. We're a flyover state.
Fair
we don't
enough.
even have 1 million people in our state. We are irrelevant when it comes to many things.
Yeah, either way, none of that matters. Don't grab the microphone like you own the place at the end of the game.
that's
Do it in
not
the press conference. Do it in the press conference like every other coach after every other game.
Right, but not everybody watches that press conference. I thought it was fine. I thought it was fine.
I thought it sucked. All right.
Well, you suck.
That's right. That's right. We're going out on a high note.
Okay. I'm drinking the rest of that beer.
No good.
Boundless Brewing, everybody.
What is this? Look at this. I talked about this. You talked about this?
Yeah, another sponsor of the show. Go Supplements.
Go
to their
Protein.
website. Go Protein. It's like it
is
tastes
this
like
the
lemonade.
same-
It's really, really good.
Is this the same as Uncrustable?
Way better than way more healthier for you than an Uncrustable. Really good protein. And an ears up can, just for aesthetics.
SDSU men open up tomorrow at the Pentagon, McNeese State.
Hey, I'll be there.
Hey, there's one.
Look at me.
If you have nothing to do or are unemployed tomorrow, there's going to be 3 games out at the Pentagon. They start at 11. It's going to be fun.
First game to get played.
Yep.
In the NCAA. Yeah, they had that guy on the
Field of 68
halftime.
opening showcase. The Sioux Empire Staters will have a pregame gathering at 4:00 in the 3-Point Club or whatever they call that in the upstairs.
But the problem is you can't really go to it because you need to it's all general admission.
It is all general admission.
You have to get down there and fight people for a good seat. Even floor seats general admission.
Every other seat's general admission.
Okay.
I'll be there at 11. It's gonna be fun.
Okay, save me a seat. Some
Love
of us have to work.
Love watching basketball. That's right. UMKC is picked first. Jack's second in the Summit. They did. When you look at the Jackrabbit starting roster, this is all brand new operations.
What is it, like 98%?
It is
of the scoring.
So think about the people that are gone. Apple's gone. Mimsy's gone. Easily all graduated. Maya went to Kansas, and then William Kyle went to UCLA. So you know who you bring back? You basically bring back Gary, who's a sophomore, Moores, and Barnhart.
Yeah. Joe Seiler. I mean, he was
Right.
he was
that's
in the
thing. So Joe Seiler out of White River, he's going to contribute big time. Now we got to learn new names: Jaden Jackson, Owen Larson, Oscar Clough, 6'11", 260 out of Austria.
Australia.
Yep, not Australia. I mean,
Austria?
not Austria.
Europe.
No, nobody cares. It's the last one. He started 23 games for Washington State.
Yeah. The starting lineup for the exhibition game against Black Hills State was Owen Larson, Seiler, Kalen Gary, Matty Moores, who apparently has lost 30 pounds, and Cuff. That's all I know. So Owen Larson's good. Owen
hard-hitting.
Larson, true freshman out of, I think, Esterville Lincoln Central. He's really, really good. Got to watch him play the past couple summers on the AAU circuit.
Yep.
Good basketball player. Not real tall, but good basketball player.
You said SDSU short on the front line.
I did say. Well, look at their heights. Owen Larson, Kalen Gary, and Joe Seiler. Probably none of them go 6'2", do they?
No.
No. But that's similar to the lineup we ran out there last year.
No,
They can score. They can shoot, though. I mean, all three of them are highly athletic. So, I mean, they can score.
Men play McNeese State at 5:00 tomorrow.
At the Pentagon.
Yep.
In Sioux Falls.
Yep.
All right.
Women are on the road at Rice. Women take on number 21 Creighton.
I thought we already talked about that.
We did.
Oh,
Just
okay. Just
recapping.
reiterating.
I would like to see people be there. Volleyball is 22-0. I did watch the game at Omaha on Thursday night.
Oh,
Good job. Midco was fun.
yeah. Did you see the kick by the soccer player the other
I
night?
did. That was Friday night. The women's soccer team advanced to the Summit Conference Tournament with a double overtime win over USD on Friday night.
That was a long kick.
They will take on Denver in Fargo on Thursday.
Yes. Oh, we have our
Oh,
other guest for 3 headlines and a lie. Our guest picker,
Hey,
one Tyler
there's
Urban.
Tyler. Hey, welcome to the first and last episode of
Perfect.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic. Your microphone's way better than Mark's. Holy cows. I'm going to have to do a few adjustments here. Okay. So, in our new, what do we call? I don't even know what we're calling this besides 3 headlines and a lie.
I don't know.
The one question for our special guest. I did kind of let him know. So, you were on the meat judging team at SDSU, correct?
That is correct.
Right.
2008 meat judging team.
What was the year?
2008.
2008. What was your most? You went all over the country to all over different schools. What was the best, most fun school that you went to?
Oh, I know the answer to this one.
Yeah, like you say, there were 7 different competitions, and so we went 7 different places. But probably the funnest trip that we had was a combination. In our meat judging team, we went to Lubbock, Texas Tech, and that was a really good time. And in 2010, I was actually on the meat animal eval team, and we had that competition that was there in Stillwater, Oklahoma. And Stillwater was by far the most enjoyable trip that we had.
And
There we go.
There we go. What made Stillwater, Oklahoma, the most enjoyable? Because you made a return visit for this year.
Yeah. That's when that football game got announced. That was a real easy decision.
He actually had to pay a tab when he got back.
Yep.
And
Well, like you say, Stillwater, and I think everybody probably agreed that was down there, but it's just a Brookings on steroids. You know, that same style college town. But
I had an awesome time, Tyler.
the whole town knows he had an awesome time during life. So. Yep.
oh, okay. Whatever
was in those foam cups at the Copper Penny. Apparently, that was delicious. So
Yep.
big gulps of liquor. It wasn't necessarily fun on Sunday on that drive home.
I enjoyed the fact
There
that
we
you
go.
found the basically looked like a king's chair and then proceeded to sit down and reign over the entire bar.
That worked out great. That was I never needed to leave there, that's for sure.
The bar. No, that clock
Yep.
isn't right.
Lucky.
All right. Look on the TV.
Oh,
There you go. Okay. So what's the difference? There's only one question. We won't ask any more questions.
I have so many questions.
What you said there was a difference between meat judging and meat evaluation? Isn't judging evaluating?
So on the meat animal eval team is like a combination between meat judging and livestock judging.
So
in 2000, yep,
living
yep.
and the living and the dead.
Yep. So I
And then
had
the
both
meat
components.
judging is just the dead.
Just the dead.
Okay. That's the easy way to put it.
Yep.
Ooh, Vikings interception.
Not a good day for the Packers.
Wow,
Vikings
really?
are
You
on a
just did that?
3-game Huh?
I must be behind because I haven't seen that.
Well, that's Sorry.
right in the freaking end zone.
Mm-hmm.
You should pay for.
I'm glad this is the last podcast, so I don't have to miss any more Viking games.
You don't have to do anything.
You're not missing anything.
Right.
But it sounds-
We send you a link, you get on. Like it's not our fault. So, all right. Thank you, Ty. Stillwater, Oklahoma.
I
That's
think
the
it's
place
great.
to go.
Tyler was at the football game on Saturday too.
Yes, his
welcome
wife-
back, Tyler.
Right. Welcome back. Is that the first game since Stillwater?
He had the chicken and rice.
Yes,
soup.
Katie made that though. We can't give Tyler the credit on that. Tyler may be a good cook, but he didn't make the
I
chicken
thought
water
Tyler
rice.
made that.
That is correct. That was the world famous Keiju chicken and wild rice. So
Oh,
All right, stop tapping your pen.
he doesn't know what to do till spring.
Yeah, he's he can sell a little.
Tyler,
coffee.
Tyler, you're
There you
supposed to
go.
say you're not my boss anymore.
exactly.
Get your yields in. Get
Right.
your yields in.
Get your
stat.
All right, get your production in
Yep.
as soon as possible.
Your insurance agent would appreciate that.
You can do a plug for yourself.
Yeah,
here.
do a plug. Where do you
Yeah.
work?
Come on out to Zimmer Crop Insurance for all of your crop insurance and livestock needs. So
There you go.
absolutely.
All right, moving on.
All four
Three
listeners
headlines.
just heard
Three.
that. Isn't that wonderful for you, Tyler?
I think one of them farms.
1, 2.
We're all
maybe
on.
Maybe not.
There could be.
There could be
When
some.
Katie listens to this podcast too, she'll be like, "Oh, that's good to know that you sell crop insurance."
Of the 9 people that listened, somebody could tell somebody else.
All right, moving on. 3 headlines in a line.
Oh, you trying to run us off?
He said we got to be done in an hour. Or did you have other things to talk about?
I don't think he
You think he listens anymore?
doesn't listen.
Did you just name drop the one guy that criticized the podcast?
No,
No.
No.
I wouldn't have time to name
Maybe,
all the people
maybe.
who criticized.
But he did hang out with Stig. He got Stig headed down the road of reffing and football, and that was your guys' conversation. Isn't it great to be Stig? Just walk around, and be like, "Hey, what do you got? Can I have some soup?"
And he's just a professional all the time.
With Stig,
I love the officials. I mean,
right?
he
Well,
just-
we can't play a game without him,
right. Well, you could, but that's called practice.
right?
Well, it is.
You know, I don't. Yeah, absolutely, it is.
Tyler, what are you working on there?
Those two look bored.
I don't know. Tyler looks like he's doing Sudoku. Mark is making bets.
Right. Mark just wants to get to the
I'm
Vikings.
trying to listen to the Viking game behind me.
No, we know how it's going to end.
3 headlines, right? It's going to end with a loss.
Jeez.
So
Just saying, we're Vikings fans.
wait,
Usually-
are Mark and Tyler going to like compete on this? Is that
I think we all 3 will answer.
no? All right.
Okay. Remember, you can't ask them questions.
Yeah. Questions. No, that'll work.
How proud of me are you?
Really?
A little bit.
Mildly.
All right. So happy.
You're uncrustable. You are uncrustable.
Oh, I'm gonna eat
So,
some more of this.
3
Uncrustable
headlines
while
in
you
a
ask
line.
the 3 headlines. In a line.
Tyler, have you heard of an uncrustable?
Yes, that is correct.
Jeepers, I'm the only one.
Do you eat them in the
Mark-
combine?
Mark-
Are they an easy snack in the combine?
I did have someone in the combine.
That probably would make sense. Yes.
So you heard of it, but you never had it.
Well, I think they were around when we were still in school age 20 some years ago yet. So
What?
What?
yep,
Are you serious?
that is correct.
Not.
They've been.
I
around
thought they
for-
were just a thing for like the last 4 or 5 years at gas stations, and then
Yeah. Not. This is
people
not-
liked them, so they started selling them in boxes at the store.
Are you serious? Uncrustables have been around that long, and now Smuckers is just starting to make money.
What? Smuckers has always made money, haven't they?
Yeah.
On the Uncrustables.
Oh, they're delicious.
I don't know. I'll take your word for it. I can't say I'm going to start eating those things.
Tyler, are you not confused that it's not a Pop Tart, right?
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. That's for sure. And they had the grape ones, where I think were more popular back in the day. So
Isn't it just one thing? There's not varieties of.
Yeah, there's grape.
I think
and
you have a
strawberry.
strawberry one too. So
Yeah, I was eating a strawberry. There's grape and strawberry.
All right. Well, knew none of that.
All right.
Uncrustables were for the cool kids though. Like for those of us that still ate hot lunch.
They
and
put the
stuff
crust
like
on.
that. Yeah, we actually
guys-
we're not.
you just had regular
You got
Sanders.
Crustables?
We can make regular peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Just a regular peanut butter and jelly.
I think
that
if my grandma
is that
knew
what
that there
Lennox
was a
did
chance
to
to eat, she would have killed me. So,
Were there Uncrustables in Lennox?
oh yeah, yep.
Tyler didn't get any.
You
though.
just did get one.
No,
Still salty.
Nothing beats a toaster strudel.
Okay,
They should learn how to sell those things. Well, you brought
Well,
up Pop-Tarts. Nothing beats a toaster
Well,
strudel.
sometimes the frosting can get way too warm. I've
Right.
seen people's lips get burned.
like a hot pocket.
Yep. Ron White.
Rotten white.
yeah.
All right. I'm getting the dirty look. Here we go. All right. It was fun.
Yeah, it was
It
fun.
was fun for the last one.
I can't believe I can't believe it's over.
I know. Hey, you bought all these microphones.
I know Jim Poppins can be so sad. Jim,
He just went in the ditch twice.
yeah.
Tom drove faster. Here we go. You guys ready? Mark doesn't care. Tyler seems eager. Headline
Jamin would be very sad if we didn't have a podcast anymore. Just say it.
number one.
This is not the grand finale of this podcast, is it?
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, so
Done.
no.
Here's your
No,
guest
it's
appearance,
probably
and it's
not.
over.
I'll as long as Phil shows up, that'll be fine. And maybe Mark and Tyler.
I live here, so. All right, are you ready?
All right. I was always ready.
Okay.
It's on paper. Number one, giant African rats join crackdown against illegal wildlife trade.
African rats fighting back.
Mark, get off your computer. Unfair.
Yeah, you can't.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm
Tyler,
just trying to think that one through.
Okay, continue on.
Tractor Supply announces chicken feed Zen flavor.
Okay. Zen. What's it? You guys all know what Zins are, right?
Is it like an Uncrustable?
No. I think it's just like pure caffeine in a packet, right? Or
The new
nicotine.
Copenhagen.
It's like nicotine, just straight up nicotine.
Yep.
I can't answer questions. Fired employee allegedly hacked Disney's menu system to alter peanut allergy information.
Ooh, that's mean.
Jeez.
Like you could kill a guy
You could.
or girl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Travis and Jason Kelsey voted sexiest podcast hosts by People magazine.
Yep. Kelsey's.
It wasn't Phil and Eric, huh?
Which second? We got second. Only because we just now started putting these on YouTube. They didn't know what we looked like before.
Literally why that happened.
Right. We were incognito.
We got sexiest in the Mitchell Daily Republic.
I'm going with number 2, the
Yeah.
Tractor Supply Zen flavor. That's my pick.
Chicken
That's your
feed Zins.
Yeah.
Got it. Chickens love the Zen. Got it. Okay, that's Phil's pick.
Yep.
I'll go the same.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with that.
Oh
Wow.
Did we make it too easy? Or are we all wrong?
You guys are all right. You all got it correct.
There we go. What is the deal with the rats in Africa?
So over the last 25 years, giant rats known as hero rats by people who train them have been used to detect deadly landmines and tuberculosis pathogens in samples. Now there's even a more reason to love them because they can play an important role in fighting illegal wildlife trade. Here's what they do. They're like the drug dogs.
Oh,
But what a rat can do is get into areas where a dog can't get to.
Right.
And also, they're cheaper. A detection rat costs about $8,000 to train, shockingly.
you're right. It's a lot of money for a rat.
Well, that's compared to $30,000 for a dog.
Oh, wow.
Meanwhile, an airport scanner costs about 30,000 to 1.2 million. So they send the rats in to sniff out things like ivory and other random things that you should not be shooting and moving along.
In the luggage.
Yes.
Okay. I thought you were saying they were sending them out to find landmines, and then the rat just
No, they
blows
used
up
to.
landmines.
Well, when you think about
Genius
it,
idea.
I mean,
Genius
between
idea.
that and a soldier.
Right. Well, what are we going to go with?
But no, the rats function as like drug dogs,
Okay. And they're cheaper.
and they're less picky. So dogs need the same handler. Rats don't care.
No.
And for I don't know how you train a rat, and it costs $8,000,
Right.
according to this article.
Expensive. How much trouble did the fired employee at Disney get into?
I don't know how much trouble a disgruntled former Disney employee allegedly repeatedly hacked into a third-party menu software used by Disney World and changed allergy information on menus to say that foods that had peanuts in them were safe for people with allergies.
Huh.
He or she also added profanity to the menus, and at one point changed all the fonts on the menus used to Windings. Have you seen the Winding?
No.
Nah, hard to read. Very hard to read.
Seems like a terrible idea. Some kid might die. That's just violent.
Well,
vicious.
you know what? Disgruntled.
Right. And I'm really like Kelsey's.
Who would? I've never read the allergy stuff. So
That's because you're an adult and don't have allergies nor have children with them.
well, half of that's right.
Jeez.
I don't have allergies. Adult seems to be a bit much.
Right? Like you grow out of peanut allergies, right? There's not a bunch of adults running around with peanut allergies.
We
yet, are
didn't know.
No,
peanut-
because they're all dead from eating peanuts.
That's right. I don't think we knew they existed till.
No, because your parents just like expose you to peanuts when you're little.
Yeah.
There you go. Every kid needs an Uncrustable from now on.
Or just to be around peanuts. Yeah.
So then all the kids from Lennox just walk. Well, at least the ones that were.
No, all the other
The ones
kids
that
at
were
Lennox,
picked.
poor Thai guy, and not getting an Uncrustable.
Tyler made it. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
So Eric, I got a question on this 3 headlines and a lie thing, especially when it goes national for you. How do you come up with a lie? Do you get creative and think up something, or find a headline?
You can't go behind the curtain of Eric's brain and try and figure this out.
Behind the curtain.
It's not a very big curtain, so it's not that hard to get back there.
Wow.
Shockingly, it was clear.
Wow. That's
Like
rude.
you need to
I
have
was-
like
I
a
was
zinger
source.
sound to your.
I was source for how this works.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I was just curious if you make it up like with all your spare time, and
I'll look
or
at
you
it.
find a headline and think I'm gonna put a spin on this one.
Sometimes I've done better than others. Like last week, Jen was the only one smart enough to get it.
No, we were on last week. That was 2 weeks ago.
No, I forgot already.
Right.
Mark guessed last week.
Yeah.
Oh.
Remember we had all the technical issues? No
and
technical
thus,
issues.
And thus the complaints.
That's the complaints. Right.
Harry's mailbag
Unlistenable.
was just stuff. Right. At one point, it said unlistenable. What else did it say? It's on this sheet of paper. Hot mess. Pure garbage.
The top 10 reasons not to listen to the Razor podcast.
I was gonna say, is this a top 10 list here? The Late Show with David Letterman.
Letterman had nothing on.
These guys are just mean.
It was. It was a wake up call.
It was a wake up call
You know?
for us to do better. That's why I got the notepad. I wrote things
That is
down.
a
This
thick
thing.
book too, by the way. What else is in there?
Got it for free from Ag Tegra.
That's a hard cover.
Yeah.
Wow.
They treated us very well up in Aberdeen at Sidaro.
Oh,
There's a plug for Sidaro.
How's that? Okay, so Graduate is on the screen.
Yep.
That's Tyler.
Yep.
Continue. Question. Is there a question?
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
One Graduate. You know where you're going for your overseas trip. How is the rest of it going?
How is the rest of Sidaro going?
Yeah.
Good. Good. It's a good program. I'm getting more out of it than I thought I would.
All right. Are you contributing?
Oh yeah, I think so.
In what ways?
I don't know.
Smiling for photos for social media.
Yeah, that's one of those. Yes. I feel like I bring a sense of levity to the group.
Tyler,
you all headed to
I'm gonna
Argentina,
check-
correct?
We're headed to
I'm going to
Argentina.
talk to Tyler because he's super professional about every answer ever.
Right.
Tyler, what would you say you got out of Sidarl?
Oh boy.
Yeah, we don't have
lot.
another hour.
Yep.
Did I have to
I
clear
think-
questions with everybody?
I think the biggest thing that one gets out of Sidarl is just the connections and meeting people and getting to go different places. That I mean, I'd never been to DC, and that was eye opening.
I know.
So,
I was there.
yeah.
You didn't want to visit. It's fine. Got it.
It's a busy time in life when you were in DC.
You should probably say what Sidarl stands for the dozens of listeners.
South Dakota Ag Rural Leadership.
Okay, go ahead. What'd you get out of it, Tyler?
I like you say, I think the travel experiences were great, the connections, all that. I think the biggest takeaway is when you were in that program, maybe this is an arrogant sounding, but it's like there's a lot of people that are the smartest in their respective rooms. When you get into Sidarl, you're in with 30 people that are the smartest people in the room. And so it just makes you probably become more humble. And if you're actually going to like start an opinion or state something, you're actually going to do it with the confidence. Like if I'm going to do this or I'm going to say something, I have to know that I'm exactly right because there's enough people in here that can call you out on your bullshit. And I think that was one of the most enjoyable parts of that.
Hey, this
Family show.
PG guy.
Call you out on your BS. But,
So, Philip, which one are you? Are you the humble one or are you the smart one in the room?
I think we all know the answer to that. Three headlines and a lie.
Mark could come back.
That's where I feel like I brought a sense of levity to it. Like I'm just even keel, like whatever, maybe a little bit of a chameleon. I don't know. I think I get along with everybody. We have a pretty good group in our Sidarl class. But I agree with Tyler's point. Like there's a lot of alpha people, alpha male / females in Sidarl, and it's everybody being able to occasionally, take a back seat or humble themselves to open themselves to other thoughts, other inputs, other opinions.
For sure.
I think we should have had Tyler on earlier.
Yeah, maybe.
He only got to guess.
That's part of the segment, but okay, we're gonna have to change how we do this.
Right, he had a whole night planned. Mark's missing football.
Right. Well, had you been on time?
If you understand how my Sundays afternoon
Can't get away from you.
That's right.
Mostly the golf.
Yes, the golden tea.
Golden tea. Yep.
Golden tea is fun.
I believe you.
I have not played Golden Tee in quite some time.
Yeah. Oh, you
would love golden
yeah,
tea.
I am a fan. It was at the South Bar in Hartford was the last time.
Oh, all right. So, see, now I know that Mark says.
Mark, you can't leave. I need you to stay on. You need to come back on with that other.
He's gone.
Okay, we need to finish.
No. How does it move when it's grayed out like that?
He's not in the studio at that. He's not on the stage. So I need to add him to
Oh,
the
you can
stage.
add him back.
Yeah, but now I need all of his here. I'll add him back.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to be on in order to save this. So don't go off.
Yeah, my phone.
I need your other.
Well, I didn't expect this to last like an hour and like 10 or 15
How do you
minutes.
not have 100% charge? Okay.
I didn't expect you to be here for an hour.
With that.
Wait, we got 4 people. I don't want to say anything. Start with Tyler.
Go big.
Go blue.
Go Jacks.